This is the Comto Palm Beach County monthly leadership meeting. Today is July the 9th, 2026, and it is about 5:40, 5:54 p.m. And this is our general membership meeting, but this is going to also be a Go High Level training. Our members are here and we're being um, trained by one of our members, Mr. Rigo Garcia. He's going to be training us on the benefits of Go High Level, and we will be looking at utilizing this Go High Level platform to increase our membership to at least 100 members, financial members, anywhere in the world a year from this date. And so if you're interested, you can connect with us by putting a chat message on YouTube. You can connect with us by going to the Comto website, and you can find us there, Comto Palm Beach County. You can also email us. Jamila, you know what the email address is where they can email us? I just want to make sure people can find us.
Yes, it is comptopbc@gmail.com.
Okay, thank you so very much. And that's Miss Jamila Hicks, our Vice President for Palm Beach County chapter of Comto. And again, this is Ann McNeil. We're going to go now to our webinar with Mr. Rigo Garcia. Thank you.
Zoom meeting. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. My name is Rigo Garcia with Rigstar Systems. Rigstar Systems is a division of Rigstar Media. We've been in business for over 12 years in the South Florida area. And over the last 4 or 5 years, we've really focused in on helping our clients with their digital infrastructure, their communications, and what that breaks down to is in terms of being able to generate leads, nurturing your relationships with your business, potential business clients, as well as improving your internal operations so you can move a lot faster, close a lot more deals, and nurture very valuable relationships. And as well, retarget old relationships, because as we know, some of us forget some of our old clients and we don't go back to them and ask for additional business where we've done well and have a good relationship with that client. So I'm going to talk to you today about a powerful CRM, Go High Level. It's a powerful sales and marketing platform. And I'm talking to Comto, Comto Palm Beach County chapter, which I'm a board member of, to help us rather, be more efficient, move faster, and spread our mission to those that are interested a whole lot faster with more efficiency. So, some of the things that we're dealing with as business owners, and that's me included, we've all had to improve very quickly, especially the last 2 years, how we do things with the onset of technology. It has really gotten fast. And if you don't adopt systems in your business, you're losing. So these are some of the areas that we're dealing with that are painful for a lot of businesses, a lot of nonprofits, organizations. So, and I'm talking to Comto today because there's some need here. So everyone deals with scattered communications, emails, texts, they're spread all over the place, spending time on manual registration, payments, missed follow-ups, which I call revenue leaks. We all have them, and with limited reporting, because with the reporting is important. What you don't know, you don't know. That's just plain and simple. And with Go High Level, you're able to make educated decisions based on metrics. And right now, a lot of us are not doing that. We're just kind of, I say doing math in the ceiling, right? So with Go High Level, there's some key areas that I've identified, and these are minimal areas. Comto, Palm Beach County has a vast reach. So I identified a few areas that I think that could help us immediately get going up on our feet and being able to expand our mission and execute. So one of them is texting and email marketing. That comes in the forms of being able to nurture your clients, nurture your past clients. Registration forms. Registration forms are very important to be able to ask people to keep your forms concise and to be able to ask your clients for action. Invoicing and payments, very important for treasurers to be able to push out invoices and also create recurring invoices for your clients at the click of a button. Automated workflows are just critical in terms of having systems that work for you and help you lift some of the most mundane tasks that you don't have to deal with. So we have membership management to be able to keep up with your membership and to keep them on a system and to keep your business at the top of their minds. And you do that by a lot of lead nurturing, constant touches with your clients. Lead management, leads are very important. We all network, we all meet people in a lot of walks of life in our business. And you have to be able to, instead of putting that card in your ashtray, like we all do, I'm guilty as well, and your business cards are scattered, you have a system where all of your networking collateral is in one place and you're able to manage it and be able to work it a whole lot better. Event management is very important to the Comto Palm Beach chapter. We have multiple events, and we have to be able to have a strong handle on it to be able for it to be successful. Now, it doesn't take the place of Eventbrite, but it is a strong complement. And there's additional automations here that I have. We have AI agents, we have AI workflows that make it really easy for you to develop your systems. So, membership is important. So being able to reach, this is where I was talking about earlier in terms of membership management, to be able to automate a lot of your a lot of the tasks that you have, membership renewals, newsletter announcements and broadcasts are very important, and two-way conversations. The two-way text conversations are in high level, they're very regulated. So there's a thing called A2P registration where you can create your own phone number in high level and use that number as your text, as well as you can also receive calls. So that's a very important item in Go High Level, and that's offered with the Go High Level platform. So all of your marketing collateral can be branded. So your mobile friendly forms, all of it. And some of the things that we're going to do with the Comto Palm Beach County is that when you visit our website in the near future, there will be a form on there that you will be able to inquire about what's Comto about, how much does it cost, where are the events, what time. So all that helps. Automatic contact creation. So all these program specific fields, instant confirmations. So everything that you do in Go High Level, you can set up for instant confirmations. You pay an invoice, you get instantly. Thank you for your membership. You can receive it either through email or text, whichever is set up in the system. So we get faster with a clear paper trail, and that's very important. We all get drowned with paper trails, but we have one-click invoicing in this platform. You have online payment collections. You can create your own stores within Go High Level, where you have your products outlined and you're able to embed those products in a various amount of places. You can embed them on forms. You can use QR codes to share with your clients. So it just makes it easier. It's a godsend for treasurers and people on budgets, people in the budget committee. And it's also, you can intertwine it with your contacts. So you can always track the value of all your contacts and who's paying and who's not paying and who's responding to emails and who's not responding. So it's really very effective. Um, so the follow-up system is very good. This is your best employee, to put it simple. I mean, you have new member sequences that we can create where the onboarding experience is triggered automatically at sign up, post-event follow-up when we have an event. You can check back, you can send surveys to make sure that you're clear on how your event performed. Also, which is very good, we have tagging in Go High Level, so you can tag different contacts. They call them smart lists, where you can extrapolate different lists when you want to send out certain communications or texts. So for instance, we can extrapolate our leadership and send them specific messaging versus our overall universe of contacts. And so there's a lot of subcultures in the contacts that you can create if done the right way. Let's see here. So you know, every member, and this is important, every member has their own contact record, and Go High Level keeps the timeline of all your contacts, whether it's a text Comto sent you or a email. When I click your name, Joe Schmo, it has everything there under his name. So if he ever came back and say, I didn't get the email or I didn't get the invoice, whatever we hear, we know we hear a lot of different things about communications being lost. It holds all that information. So if there needs to be an adjustment made, or we got the wrong number, or it's all there. So all this is very, very good. And lastly, as I mentioned, it's a full communication history. Every text, every call, every email is tied to that member. In addition, you're able to track visual pipelines. So if we wanted to put a value on dues for everyone that we have a contact, it helps you put together what the goal is for your membership. So if I want to collect $20,000 this annual year for membership, I'm able to look at a pipeline and to see how my goal is performing versus the actual. And that's constantly being updated as people pay. And I'm just using dues as an example. A pipeline can come in different sectors of your business. The inbox, as I mentioned, is unified. We have everything in one inbox: email, texts, social media, messages. And this last part, mobile app access. The platform comes with an app for the users of the system. So in the system, you will have admins and you will have users, each with their own different set of responsibilities and limitations in terms of what they see in the CRM. Obviously, an admin sees everything. A user, you can really drill down on terms of what they're able to do on the system. And that mobile access, it's on Apple Store and it's on the Android store as well. So it's a really good app. So all your conversations are in one place. So you don't have to run back to your desktop or run to your notebook to see what the activity is. It's all on your phone, every conversation. So slide 7, it gives you the ability to plan and promote and measure every event. So you can set up your online booking, your limits, your attendee reminders, just the whole list, everything you need to be an effective event planner for whatever events that we have. Additional automation that improves efficiency. We have an online booking calendar for each person, each admin or each user has their own specific calendar. If we want to set up different calendars, we could. Go High Level has, I think, 6 different calendars that are specific to a business operation. So for instance, if we had a sales team and they have a calendar called Round Robin where the leads come in and it moves to, if you have 6 sales reps, it goes to sales rep 1, the next lead goes to sales rep 2, the next lead goes to sales rep 3. So that's a round robin calendar. And then you also have your individual calendar. And the calendars are such that you can have a link to your specific calendar. It's your personal calendar that you can add onto your email signature area where people can click and book specifically for you. So that's the calendar. It's very powerful. We also have reputation management. I'm not sure if Comto will be using a Google business profile, but for my clients, they love this reputation management because you can send all your contacts and ask them to review your business. And what's really nice is you can set the system up where when you send them and ask them for a review, you can set it up where they can't give you a bad review. So let's say I want to set it up and my settings are going to say I'm going to send Ann McNeil I'm going to ask her for a review. She can't give me no less than a 3 or no less than a 4, right? So what that does, and if she gives me a 1, right? Let's say she gives me a 1, I do a bad job. It's not going to go to the Google business profile. It gives the business owner a chance to call Ann and say, Ann, where did we go wrong? How can I make this better? And so it doesn't go publicly to your profile. The mobile app we talked about. And again, with the mobile app, it's a all-in-one integration. Everything is in one place, one login. The beauty of it, the same login that you have for that each user and admin will have, that's the same login credentials that you would use for the mobile app. So it makes it real easy. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to move from this left-hand side, manually tracking spreadsheets, leads and members, losing momentum with no follow-up, payments and dues tracked by hand, no unified view of our performance. Those days are gone. So what we're going to do with Go High Level, we're going to have one centralized CRM for every member and program. We're going to create workflows. We're going to do online invoices and live reporting. Now, of course, this is all with the approval of the board and how we see it, but this is the goal for us to move from the left side on how a lot of organizations and business are running today to the right side. And this will ultimately show up in our balance sheet. It'll show up in our performance. It'll show up in how people feel about Comto, because we know that we live in a society where people are minimalists now. They want to get to it and they want to take action if they trust the person that is delivering the service, and they're measuring us, any business, on a lot of different areas. I like to say, we live in this Amazon world, right? Where Amazon, everything we buy first, looking at a review. If the review looks good, we buy it. If you put something in your cart, right, and you leave it in Amazon, Amazon's going to keep reminding you about a cart. It's the same. They have a system. They have a very important system that keeps your buying top of mind. So, and I'm victim to the Amazon world, as a lot of you all are. So, how we're going to roll this out is we're going to have a training session, and it's gonna be 30 minutes. The first one is July 13th. It's a Monday at 3 p.m. We're gonna tackle key areas of the platform, and then we're going to, on training session 2, we're going to have some other key areas that we're going to figure out in terms of how we use it. And then our final, and I don't mean final because I know it's training is ongoing. Um, and we got to get everyone comfortable. That's the goal. So it's not so much the number of training sessions. The bottom line is that we want to be proficient, and how many sessions that takes, then I'm open to being able to teach that and train everyone till we're comfortable. Um, so this is kind of how we want to do it. As I mentioned, the first session, we're going to talk about accessing the CRM, how to use the contacts. Um, um, President McNeil blessed us, and Jamelia, with some lists that we can use and get going. Uh, Really, it'll be a big help. Then we're training session number 2. We're going to talk about forms and invoicing, and connecting our social media accounts, and how to download the app. And we're going to identify a phone number that we can attach to our chapter that we can start using for texting and also to receive calls, when we have calls. And then our last one, the 17th, we're going to assign roles, and talk about how we can plan to collect more dues. Now, this is a soft schedule. It's not written in stone. I'm sure there'll be some iterations on this training, but the bottom line is I want us to get into the idea that we have to have a system, to be able to generate revenue and to generate an affinity for the Palm Beach chapter of Comto. So I'm going to the end here. So this is my contact information. We're Rigstar Media, but we have a DBA of Rigstar Systems. This is my phone number. Rigstar Systems. And this is our tagline: engagement engineered. So that's very important. A lot of businesses don't know they need this, because a lot of businesses and foundations, they work in their business and not on their business. And that's my job. My job is to come in and help you understand that there's a system that can save you time, it can save you employees, and it can make you more efficient. So with that, I'm coming to the end. Thank you for your time, and this concludes my presentation. Are there any questions?
We're going to hold the questions for right now. We're going to stop the recording. We are going to stop the YouTube. We're going to thank everybody that's joining us on YouTube. And please reach out to Rigo for your association, your business, and also yourself individually. We are Comto, Palm Beach County, and we want to thank you. If you have any comments, you can put them in the chat on YouTube. You can put them in the chat on LinkedIn, you can put them in the chat on Facebook. All right, so we look forward to hearing from all of you. Comto, Palm Beach County. Jamila, will you mention our Comto email one more time, please, Jamila?
Yes, our Comto email is Comto PBC. That is COMTO PBC@gmail.com.
All right, and again, this is Ann McNeil, president of our local chapter, and want to thank everybody for joining. And we're going to stop the YouTube now.